What is up, everybody? Saturday morning. It is a beautiful Saturday at that. It's getting a little warm, but I got plenty of fans running and we are surviving. So, that being said, we're going to commence to taking this last rear caliper apart and get the other one mocked up. We're still waiting on our parking brake lines. In order to adapt the Willwood calipers, you have to swap the parking brake cables as well. So, note to everyone out there, if you're doing the Willwood big brake kit, not only do you need the big brake kit with all the calipers, but you also need a line upgrade kit for the rear brake lines, and you also need a parking brake cable upgrade kit from Willwood. Those are the only ones that will adapt to the calipers that they provide. So, note to self, that's a tip from TDK, so you can buy it all the first time, unlike I did, which having to buy it all multiple times. So we are going to commence to taking these calipers off, getting some stuff out the way, swapping these rotors just like yesterday. You gotta pop this cap off, pull the bearing out, release the hub assembly, get rid of this dust cover, chop a little ear on the bottom of the existing brake mount. Then we can tie the new rotor onto this side, the new mount for the caliper, put our washers and shims like yesterday, and then we can mount our caliper to that bracket. And that'll pretty much sum up adapting it to the actual hub assembly. So, y'all come hang out with us. Alright, so first things first, we got two 12 millimeters that we need to knock loose. You know what? I'm going to undo this e-brake and stuff now. While the bolts are still in it, I'm going to go ahead and pull the e-brake cable and stuff right quick. So we need to remove this pin here first. Pop this little guy up out of there. Okay. Then we've got the little flat pin on the top of the e-brake. Clip. Pop that slide clip out of there. That'll release this parking brake cable. Then you can pull all this over and out of your way. Just like so. We'll be removing that thing later. So now we got that done. Now we can go ahead and pop our 12s. Alright, slide this little caliper here out the way. And we got the 14. hillbilly. Alright. Old calipers off. The old rotor's off. And the old pads are off. Now I gotta knock this cap out of here. Pull this hub assembly off. Remove this dust cover and cut that tab. Alright guys, just like that. All is removed. Cover, everything. So we are going to commence to put this hub bearing back on and then start bolting up some of this wheel wood. Shave the ear off so it doesn't interfere with our little mounting bracket. Adapts to right there. And we're gonna start putting some stuff back together. Oh, you're seeing it here, step by step. First thing we're gonna do, put this hub bearing back on. Put our washer back in. Put our nut back on. Tap it back in so she don't come loose. Like so. Alright, so put our cap back on. Alright, now we'll get all our wheel wood stuff together. Commence to put this cap. These holes one last time, I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and knock this out. Alright, so both holes are re-tapped, ready for our set screws, which I do not have over here. I need to get those. So that's done, that's done, that's good. Our caliper parts are ready to be mounted. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up first. Alright. Now we have installed our bracket to the existing caliper mounts using the provided spacers, 2 thick ones and 1 thin. Same on the bottom here, 2 thick ones and 1 thin. That gave us the placement we needed for the caliper like we did the other side. So now we will commence to putting that rotor together and getting that rotor mounted back on this hub assembly so we can then mount the caliper and double check. Alright, now we will commence to adding the bolts to our rotor. We got our Loctite 242. Put a little drop on the tip of these guys and set these bolts in this rotor. As you've seen earlier, these are 2-piece rotors, so you have a top and a bottom. And you got to put this hat on the front of the rotor. So put a little drop of Loctite on the tips. Don't get too crazy with it. And then we'll set these bolts in here. Get 2 or 3 set first, and then we'll sink them down. Again, just a little bit on the edge. You don't need much. Kind of fiddle it around that bolt. And then we'll cinch these things down in here. We'll go ahead and set 3 of them, and then I'll tighten them down. Alright. Let's see, I'm gonna go right here. Alright. We got 3 more. Alright, we have all these snugged and tight. So, let me grab the set screws for the rotor and we'll get this baby put back on. Alright, now we got the rotor mounted. We are going to set these babies in and apply our new set screws. Oh, see? Not everybody gets it right the first time. I'm forgetting. I have to put that hub spacer. Where's that little ring at? Right here. Alright. This guy goes down in there first. Like so. Then it mounts on the rotor. That way everything sits symmetrical. End up against the rotor. Or the hub assembly, I mean. So we'll get these guys started. Then we'll set them. Alright, just like that. We got another rear rotor set up. Shout out once again at Wheelwood for making these badass products. So, once again, Wheelwood disc brakes, braking solutions for a world in motion. Those are extras we do not need anymore. Now we can set our caliper up here, see what we're looking like. We've already got our pads installed. We got the caliper set and ready. Let's get it mounted. Comes with some spacers, but these spacers just move the caliper out more, and it doesn't acquire for these on this kit. So we add our top washer and our nut. Get our 11mm. Make sure we're going the right way. Alright, now let me get my light. Let's check for some clearances. Now, we can commence to add in the bottom bolt, and this setup here will be good to go. Still waiting on our e-brake calipers to come in. Once our e-brake calipers, the e-brake cable, because again, you got to swap that. So once these babies come in, we'll get these swapped out, we'll get them hooked back up, and we'll bleed all this out, and that'll be the end of that. So, wheel disc brakes. This one's on you. And number 4. So, just like that, we have all the wheel wood, rotors, and calipers and pads all successfully mounted. Y'all see I've been out here sweating. It's a hot one today. So, we have all of everything mounted minus hooking up the lines and bleeding out the system. Now, we have a couple of more things to put on here that comes with this kit. Yeah, we got a big brake line kit that we got to add to the rears, so knock the 2 hoses off back here and adapt these lines into those calipers. And then you also have to swap out the parking brake cables. It's part number 330-10966. So if you're doing the big brake kit from Wheelwood for any of these Hondas, you got to swap the parking brake cable too. So that's up next. Like I say, we got everything swapped out, mounted, minus hooking up the lines and bleeding out the system. And we'll get that knocked out probably this afternoon. Make another video, and then we'll do the rear brake lines and bleed everything out. Oh, who's this? We got a visitor. So, my boy Chad. And the clean, minty, wide body EK. Get y'all a little sneaky picky if you haven't seen it on my clips already. It is mint. So, we got a new visitor in here taking up space. Maybe a new little background for the videos. But, as you can see, we got a lot about to carry on in here. So, another day in the life of TDK. P.S. If you know anybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or anybody local to me that needs some seats, got some Brom Racings up for sale. Give me a shout out. Shoot me an offer. Give me a DM on Instagram, Facebook, any of those items. But that's for today's work anyways. We got calipers mounted all the way around. So we'll get up under here, finish yanking the I got this whole side here loose all the way up to the inside. You just got to get in here, pull this carpet and stuff, and get them handles pulled out, so that way I can release the cables from under the bottom of the car. And then we'll commence to adding the new ones. But another Saturday here in my world. So I think we're gonna call this one a day, maybe, at least till it cools off, because it is it's hot out here, guys. You can see I'm drenched, but all in a day's work takes that sweat and that dedication to get it done. So don't forget, 20 minutes a day goes a long ways. Don't forget, if you like watching these videos here of us playing around in the shop, building these rides, don't forget, like, follow, and subscribe. Later, guys.